What's going on, guys? Basically what I'm going to be doing today is just buttoning up a few things on the actual drift car. As you guys saw prior to this video, we actually got the Dylan's Type 3 spoiler mounted. We did all the drilling, all that jazz, got it fitted up. So now basically what I'm going to be doing is painting that today. And then I also got a Ionic Dynamics rear roof spoiler from Julian. I'm going to paint that too, mount everything up, and I mean, just like I said, just buttoning up things on the drift car. So I'm pretty stoked, pretty sick about it. It's gonna look absolutely fire. So I can't wait. So right now I'm gonna run to Harbor Freight. I gotta get a step bit and like a few little things there, and then yeah. So I mean, let's go for a ride. All right, guys. So I went to Harbor Freight, got all my stuff, got the paint, the primer. Julian's out here.
Fucking painted nose hairs again.
we're working on a little surprise for you guys, and he's got some paint in his nose right now. But so we're gonna actually start working on the Type 3 spoiler. So basically, we have our little makeshift paint booth here because it's super windy out. So all we're gonna do is start spraying the actual wing part, or like the arms that hold the wing to the body.
The Grinch feet.
So the Grinch feet, yeah, he like the Grinch feet. Yeah, so we're just gonna get into that right now. So. Our trusty old Rust-Oleum primer, filler primer, and let's hit it. Alrighty, guys, so everything's painted, ready to go, ready to put on the Z. I am so freaking stoked for this. Like, even the roof spoiler came out phenomenal. So I must say, I mean, my skills, they're starting to get there. I mean, this is just spray paint. Like, I wonder, like, if I had enough time and enough space that I could actually work on, like, with a spray gun or whatever, maybe it would, like, I don't know. I think within time I'd be good. I noticed, as a human being myself, I'm a very fast learner when it comes to hands-on stuff. So, I mean, I'm super stoked. Like, this stuff is looking so sick. But thanks to Julian coming out and helping me out. I haven't seen him in a while. He's been doing some stuff in his personal life that's pretty sick, and I'm super pumped for him. But yeah, I mean, besides that, he got some gray. He was helping me prime, so he got some grays and nose hairs. I got some red nose hairs, but it's a good time. So I'm having a blast. Like I said, that giveaway stuff is coming your way real soon. We need to hit 3,000 subscribers. As soon as you guys hit that 3,000 subscriber mark, the giveaway is happening. So tell your friends, tell your family, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. But yeah, I mean, so that's basically today's footage, basically just getting this stuff done. And then hopefully within the next day or two, we'll start working on some a power steering rack, subframe bushings, and actually mounting all that junk up on the car. It's a little bit chilly up here in Mass, so I had to kind of bundle up a little bit. It's kind of sad because, I mean, we know that it's going to be the ending of the season, so but we still do have one more drift event coming up, and on top of that, I just loaded up all the goods. So the rear roof spoiler, the Dylan Type 3, and then the pieces for the Dylan Type 3. So super pumped. So we're gonna head out to Andrews right now to basically mount all this junk up. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got everything painted, everything's mounted up, and it's actually bolted in and ready to go. So it looks freaking dope. So basically what you gotta do, okay, is after all the steps that you guys saw earlier, drilling the holes through and whatnot, you actually have to open the holes up a pretty good amount so you can actually get a socket through to fit the actual nut on here. So I went to Harbor Freight and I got a step bit. It came with two, so this one and this one. This one I used originally, but the issue that I ran into when I was actually using this step bit was this side, when it actually, like, so this has more like deeper metal, so there's metal that you can actually fit your finger a lot in there. For this one, there's not so much metal, so my finger's literally touching the bolt, so I wasn't really paying attention. So what I started to do is like use the step bit, I actually kind of hit the stud of the spoiler. It's all right. I was able to get a nut on it, so I mean, I'm not really worried about it. But what I would do is I would actually use the bigger step bit because it's shorter and you actually get more steps in a shorter distance. So this one was super easy, bang, bang, in and in. This one, I had to like kind of be careful around the stud, but I opened it up. Same thing with this one, and same thing with this one. So obviously these ones are super like cleaner just because it was so easy and I didn't have to worry about hitting anything. These ones were a little bit tougher. You also have to drill in your front holes here. So I'm actually about to put my bolts in there. But what you're gonna do is I marked it. So on the Type 3, you actually have a like pre-drilled, pre-tapped hole in these like wing part. So what I did is I measured each way. I put a crosshair, I drilled through the crosshair, went through 2 sheets of metal, and so like I said, that's good. And then I also put 3M tape down. So I put 3M tape just to, I mean, for reassurance and whatnot. The car's not gonna really see the elements because it's always in the canopy or whatnot, so I'm not really worried about like the rusting or like putting anything extra under it. But I just did the 3M tape. I drilled through those and also drilled through the 2 in the rear. And yeah, I mean, it's on there. So I just gotta put those other 2 bolts in and it's good to go. And now we have the Ionic Dynamics rear roof spoiler, so we're gonna start working on that. And this job you could basically primarily do it by yourself. It's a lot easier if you have 2 sets of hands to help you like set up, like line up the holes or whatnot. But I mean, you can pretty much do it by yourself. This guy, on the other hand, is a little bit more tougher. So I'm definitely gonna be using Andrew's help here. And he's out here going off. He's just cleaning up. He's organizing. It's about to be his first drift event of the year, so
who needs free car parts?
Yeah, free car parts. Free car parts. After the last video that you guys actually saw him running it, we did have like a little problem like with like the idle after like he actually ran it and it got to temp. Come to find out, he did like a little burnout. What did you say? A piece of exhaust fell off, and then
yeah, thing just kind of disconnected, and O2 sensor wasn't even actually an O2 sensor, so put a new one in. She ran fine.
Bang. So put a new O2 sensor in, and the thing runs fucking mint now. So super sick. But yeah, so he's stoked, I'm stoked, and this is literally the final piece. Like, this is the final piece to put on this car, and I cannot wait. So let's get at it. So now here's the thing. So we mounted it up, and the issue is that we're running into is that with the actual 2+2 and the 2+0 for Ionic Dynamics rear roof spoiler, there's differences. So come to find out, even though the 2+2 has a longer hatch, the glass isn't as wide from corner to corner. So I got this off Julian for super cheap because he doesn't have a Z anymore, and he just wanted some extra cash. So I was like, yo, I'll buy it off you, whatever, this and that. Thinking beforehand that I thought that it would actually fit, but when we actually try to match it up, if you see, there is a discrepancy. So for the 2+0, the glass comes out wider. So this part actually runs down this seam here on the inside of the glass, and it actually like covers that. And this is occurring on both sides, so it's basically the glass is wider on each side, and yeah. So the issue is now, like I said, I got this for dirt cheap from Julian. So for the amount of money that I've saved to be able to just put this on the car, I'm just gonna put this on the car. I saved over, it was like $200 just for this. So so the plan is to use this window weld. It's like NASCAR window weld. This is what Andrew's used on his rear roof spoiler. I mean, basically this is what the NASCAR dudes use because it holds up to like 200 miles an hour. So we are not gonna put this on the body. We're gonna 3M this edge here onto the body on each side, and then we're gonna actually use this on
the actual lip here. So as you guys saw in my previous video that I actually, when I did the rear roof spoiler on the daily, on the 2+0, we used the 3M tape, and then I got some JB Weld clear epoxy for the corners. So this is basically taking over the 3M tape that we used up top, and we're using 3M down here. So that's what we're about to get into. Like I said, definitely you want to be careful with this stuff. If you get it on your hands, it's going to be catastrophic for you because it will weld your fingers together. So you just want to be super careful. So like I said, that's why I have Andrew here, because it's not going to be easy doing this by yourself. So definitely I would recommend having 2 people do it. But yeah, let's get at it. Basically what you want to do is run your 3M tape along the edges here. So that's what I did. I went all the way from the rear all the way to the front corner edge, and the same thing on this side. So all the way. You want to make sure that it is adhered to the like the bottom part of the roof spoiler. So I always just kind of like rub it up and down, give it a little bit of love, you know what I mean? And then go ahead and you want to clean your surface area. So wherever this is going to be making contact with and the top part, you want to clean all that off. So as you can see, I grabbed my handy dandy window washer or window cleaner, glass cleaner. This stuff is super good. I've used this on everything and it is legit. So go ahead and do that, spray that up, do that, and then practically what we're going to do now is we're going to start laying down that NASCAR weld on the top, and then we're just going to basically match it up and place it down, and that's that. Andrew was like, you thought toothpaste was hard. Oh, we cracking it.
Yeah, out the window.
We're on plan B now.
Get a caulking gun. Lesson learned.
Yeah, this isn't too bad though. Alright, how much more you want to do?
Wherever you think's enough.
I just want to get it like a nice, good fucking thick coat on there.
Nice bead on there.
Oh, rip to the fingers.
Yeah. He's like, as soon as I...
Let's go drop this on real quick.
I say go wash your hands first before it dries.
I'm gonna fucking...
Yeah.
So you gotta hold it for like...
As you guys can see, we out here. So we're having a little problem with this corner just because it's not, we had it caked on pretty well there, so it's not fully dry yet, but basically that side's pretty good to go. So yeah, it's pretty good. Super stoked. I know these dudes are. I know I am. It's been a long time, man. It's been 3 years of this. Rear roof spoiler is on. The still in Type 3. Rear spoiler is on. Paint matched. Car is dope. These dudes, it's starting to rain now. It was starting to rain while we were like kind of finishing up with the rear roof spoiler. So Andrew moved his car back into the garage. Julian's out here. He's working on his oil pan for the president. Oh, he's grabbing the quad. Watch out, Freddie. It'll take you out, boy. It's pretty simple. As long as you guys actually just follow the steps that I just showed you, you guys should be able to get it done. I mean, it's probably been a couple of hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours total time. So, but I mean, like I said, pretty simple. Just follow these steps. Hopefully, it'll help you guys out in the long run. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 3,000. We've been working on the giveaways this whole entire weekend, so it's gonna be pretty sick for you guys. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure, drop us a like, leave us a comment. I mean, let us know how we're doing. Let me know how the Z's actually looking now, because it is styling. So super pumped. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.